Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, guys. Am I audible? Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Okay. So, as we have discussed till now about project, all these things, right? So, in this session, we're going to discuss that. I already said that you're going to know about multifunctionality. So, as we did some activities and practical things in previous sessions, like you building chatbots using Hugging Face and IBM credits, and as well as we did image generation model, right? So now we'll see the multifunctionality, means we are going to combine those two. Like we are going to make as a two things. One is the same application going to give the response of chatbot as well as it's going to give the image too. So we'll see that of multifunctionality. So in this way, while you're working with your project, you're going to have, you need to add n number of functionalities. Okay. So if you are taking 3, 4, according to a project, it's a minimum is required 3 and maximum is 4 to 5. Okay. You can add your functionalities. So in the team, everyone need to work on in the complete team. Each person to the team need to contribute one functionality. Okay, right. So we'll see the multi-head functionality. We'll discuss that today. Yeah, just simple that just how we created chatbot, how we created image generation model. I already shown, right? So what you need to do means just go with the problem statement clearly. First, understand what's the problem statement, and just choose the functionalities. What are the functionalities you are going to add? For example, if there is a like hospitality, so already I discussed this problem statement a number of times. So we are going to work on hospitality. You are just building an application. You need to build complete web application. In that, you need to add 4 functionality. As we have discussed how you're going to call the Gen AI models, or else you're going to call IBM models. Okay. So I already shown that. If not, just go and watch that sessions once again. Okay, check every Friday activities. So you're going to know how the process is going to happen. So how you're going to access the API keys, all these things we are discussed in the previous session. Please check that once. Okay, in that format you need to follow. If you are creating one functionality, just work on that. Your teammate is going to work on other functionality. After that, you need to check that your functionality is working or not. Your friend also need to check that his functionality is working. If it is working, then you need to combine all the functionalities and make a web page. So this is how you're going to work on your project. Okay. So education is nothing but if you're working on it, for example, so generally what are the functionalities you're going to add? What are the functionalities you have in a project? You need to know that. Okay. So for example, in EduTech, I have a functionality like uh, the system will help. The system will act as like a virtual trainer. Okay. So if you have any queries, it's going to resolve in a text format. Okay. Or else it is not working in a text format. You can work it as like a voice to voice. Okay. So when you give your audio, it's going to generate its own audio. Like you can implement that models from Hugging Face too. Okay. For example, you implemented a virtual assistant. So go to Hugging Face and search for one audio to audio or text to text model. If it is you want to implement in a text to text format, you can go with the IBM Granite model. You can use that. So using that, just implement how we implemented in chatbot. Just implement in that format and create one own unique web page and add this all functionality in that. Okay, in this format you need to work on education system. Okay. Okay, just I'll present, guys, don't worry. Yeah, already you have discussed this details, right, on the activities. So go and just see that previous activities. So watch every Friday's sessions. So you'll get to know every Friday we discuss one of the activity, right? So you need to apply that in same on your projects, same format. So let me share my screen and we'll see complete development of a multi-model. Okay. Yes, I hope you are able to see the screen. Is it visible or not? Just let me know. Hmm. Now, what we are going to do? Now, what we are going to do? Let's see. So this is a file. Just have created my chatbot, right? In the previous, this is a chatbot. Just we have created using IBM credentials, right? Not just let me check. Okay, here we used IBM credentials, right? So we are used IBM credential and just we have created our own chatbot. So you can go through each and every step and you can select your own model and you can work on it. Okay, so whereas coming to this is a chatbot with the hugging face, I think so. Yeah, it's with the Hugging Face, guys. We used Hugging Face token here. So in that way, you need to work and just you can create a chatbot. So I've shown how to create a chatbot using Hugging Face, as well as I already shown that how to create using IBM credentials too. As well as we discussed this to image generation model. So this we gone through the image generation using Gemini API key. The Gemini API key. Yes, we use this create and add other functionalities, right? Isn't it? So this is a code for that. Okay, go with each and every step. Just you follow the steps, you're going to get clarity. If you're working any of the project, okay, just how to create that, you need to get a simple idea. Okay, so for example, you're implementing that like a button, or you're using some image generation model, or else if you need to generate some memes, or first go and select your model. Okay, but it's a mandatory that if any of the project you are working, if you are working in any of the project, you need to specify and compulsory that one of the IBM Granite model need to be used in your project. It's a mandatory thing, guys. Okay, guys. So try to add that. So this is a thing. So now we'll combine this chatbot and image generation model, and we'll build this multi-model. Okay. For that, I'm going to use this code. Simply, I'm going to add my libraries. So what are the libraries? Just Streamlit as ST, right? Okay. Now I'm just importing from transformers. Yeah, I'll import these two things. No, I need to import torch from Hugging Face. I need to import login. And if I using the from Google, so in Google import Gen AI. Okay. From Google import Gen AI. From Google.GenAI. Google.GenAI import. Right. Okay. Next, import fill from below import image. Okay. So from import BS64. Okay. So already discussed what is this, right? So these are the some libraries I'm gonna use in my project. Okay. Here are the some libraries. Okay. And I need to import one more thing from IO import this. Okay. So these are the libraries I'm gonna use. Okay. Now. So before moving, what I'll do, I'll just configure my step one. This is step one, right? So you need to import required libraries. Okay, you need to import required libraries. Just I already shown this. What are the purpose of each library? The previous steps. If you want, just you can go through it. I'm just st dot dot. I'm going to configure, right? Okay, set my page. Okay, otherwise I'll make the step one. So what I'll do, I'll just add this, okay? Multimodal chatbot, multimodal chatbot. Okay. I'll give some layout to this. So now, so what I will do, just I'll take it as a sidebar. Okay, I need some sidebar. In sidebar, I'm gonna specify my models. Okay, sidebar, I'm gonna specify my model. Okay, chatbot means multimodal chatbot. Okay, this is my sidebar. St dot sidebar sidebar dot markdown. Okay, select any interactive with. Okay, the model you want to interact. Just you can go with that. Okay. So these are the things. I'm just creating my sidebar. Sidebar in a sense, it's going to look like this, guys. Okay. How we are seeing this Explorer in the same format, it's going to look like. Okay. I'll show that. There I'm specifying my models. Okay. Now st dot. I'm just creating the model. So what are the type of mode? Mode in a sense, I'm just specifying this is my selection. Okay. St dot sidebar. So this is a selection box. Okay. Selection box. You can give a choose model. I'm just specifying that. Select your mode. Okay. What are the mode you want? You can select it. Okay. Chatbot or image generation. You can select. Okay. And I'm specifying my index equals to 0. Index equals to 0. Now just I'm gonna do st dot sidebar dot markdown. We're going to be a chat mode. Okay. Now this is how it is going to look like. I'll show in the while executing. You'll get to know why I'm just why I did this. Okay. Next, you need to add a chart bar first. Okay, you need to add your own chart bar. So for that, what I'll do, I'm just giving hash function. One model is chart bar. So first model, I'm just using that as the thing I'm just specified. If mode equals to. So I already wrote this mode, right? So why I'm using mode means I need to specify because I have a number of functionals. So functionalities. So for that functionalities, I need to specify which functionality I'm selecting. If I'm selecting chart bar, it need to work as it need to show the complete chart bar things, right? If I am selecting the other thing like image generation, it need to work on image generation. So the model need to understand which I'm just choosing. So whatever the thing, it will test first. If I choose chart bar, then it will adjust all the parameters according to chart bar because it will check first. Okay, it is a mode is matching with the chart bar. If it is matching, then it will adjust these parameters. Okay. So this name title chart bar, and it's right. This chart bot can answer the question using different modes. Okay, you can write that in the okay required format. Okay, just it's showing. Previously, I used right same example. Let me check once. Here it is. Yeah. Let me update. Don't use this key, guys. Okay, just checking. Okay, for clarification. Okay, now. So we need to check the Hugging Face authentication. Okay. Yeah. So it's going to give your API key here. API key you're going to get. And if you get your API key, so it's going to check that my authentication token. Okay, it's going to check my authentication token. Same how we did in the previous, same the things I'm just following. Okay. After that, I'm gonna check that. I need one empty variable, guys. I need one empty variable because it need to store my activities. Like if I give a question, that need to be stored. If the model generate the things, it need to store. For that, I'm going to use if messages is not in st dot, okay, season state. Okay, season state. So it's going to check that is that empty or not. Okay. So now after that, I'm gonna load my model. After that, I'm just going to load my model. Def load model. This is my function. If hf key equals to your, I'll take it as complete caps. Your API key. If it is matched with the key, if it is matching with the key, okay, guys. If it is matching with the key, it's going to give. Otherwise, it is going to show that there is a error with your key. Okay. Yeah, it's done. I'm going to specify my model name as IBM Granite 3.3 two-base instructor. Okay. So once you run this code, you're not going to get any issues or errors. Okay. These are my model. Okay. Now I'm going to get my model from where I need to get my model. So it is going to available in a pre-trained of auto tokenizer. Yes, from pre-trained auto tokenizer model name and HF token. I'm going to pass API key and I'll check that. From pre-trained, I'm going to specify model name. Already I specified model name, just I'm specifying a model name. And after that, I need to go with the torch, is checking that it is going to follow the CPU or GPU. If I have GPU, it's going to take the GPU. If not, it's going to take CPU. Okay. So this is the thing is going to happen here. Okay. So now I'm going to specify this. Generate response prompt. Okay, generate response prompt. So I'm just creating these response things. Okay. Format. So guys, you can see here just what happening here. We are calling the prompt from human prompt assistant, means nothing but it is going to collect the information. Okay, input tokenizer prompt, like prompted in prompt. Okay, return the tensor bt. So now torch will check the is this available or not. It will check that CPU GPU and it will start the further process. Means it will go for and it will ask to model to generate. See here you can see the generate function in output. Okay, so input it is going to have 150 tokens. It should be having the keys. Okay, it's just showing the complete parameters. What are the configuration I need to know, that it is just suggesting me. Okay, I'm just using that. Okay, so I need to check with that. So skip the special tokens. We need to specify that. Skip the special tokens. Okay, return response. Return response. So before that, I need to key that response. So it's going to suggest don't trust it blindly. Okay, you need to check your code once, twice. Okay, so here it is going to give you assistance code also, means like the model is going to generate now, that is going to print it as assistant. Okay, so this is how one is going to create, just we created the model, other one is just generating response. Okay, now what we need to do, we need to check the sidebar. I'm just specifying everything in a sidebar. Okay, so I'm just adding my spinner. Okay, before adding spinner, what I'll do, just before adding spinner, sidebar dot markdown. Okay, just it is going to give chart interface or model information. Anyhow, it's fine. Next, what I'll do, st dot sidebar. I'm just going to say that info. So what this info will give you, it will give the type a question below to click send the get a response from the chatbot, right? So just we are going to ask. I'm just considering the suggestion just, okay? Checking that is it okay or not. Now I'll just go with the string dot sidebar dot container sidebar dot container. Okay. If model loaded not in session session state just enter this. So it need to spin that loading the model. Okay, just loading the model. It need to spin and it need to just show the model name. What is the model and it's a model successfully loaded or not. Okay, it need to specify. st dot st dot. See, it haven't called tokenizer. Then how it is going to call? Need to call the model and the tokenizer. Then we'll get the model and tokenizer. So then it is going to load that the model has been loaded successfully. So if you have any exception or things, it is going to rise. Okay. Or else let me close and try. Just a minute. Let me check this. Here. Now just let me check. Is it working or not? Well, remove no need of this try block. If not possible, just we're going to get the error otherwise. So I'll just remove this exception to place of if I'm going to take the else part will help us. So here we are going to check that with the tokenizer. Okay, if the model is haven't going to give like this st dot sidebar dot success. Okay, this model is loaded. If not, the model sometimes is going to be already loaded. So I need to check that if this condition is going to fail, it need to show, right? So no need of this then. So it's going to give the model guys. It's going to check that and it will spin there. The model is ready or not. All these things is going to check by the sidebar itself. Okay, it's not going to interrupt our main chart. Okay, it will not going to interrupt our main page. So it will work complete in chatbot. If not, if you want to just show that, it want to show that in a format where in the main page you can directly write this code on without sidebar. You need to write that st.success, then it will show on the main page. Okay. Now what I will do, So I need to create this chart interface, right? So it's suggesting me to create the chart interface st dot sidebar dot markdown. Okay. So I'll make it as not chart history. I'll make it question. Okay. Just asking the user to give a question. Okay. Give a question. I'm going to collect that in a prompt. Okay. Prompt equals to. So I'm just taking that in a sidebar. Okay. Sidebar dot text dot area, not text dot area. Then just taking that area. Entire question with the height. So I'm just specifying my height. Okay. I can specify what are the things like this. I can add. So here you can see, guys. So if you open one function, it's just suggesting you what are the things we have parameters. Okay. If you want, you can add a number of parameters according to your query. Okay. So this is the thing which is going to ask a query for the user, and it will user going to give, right? Now next. Here I need to I just give the button, right? I need to specify a button. Yeah, send button. Send button. Just you're going to type that. Please send message or submit. In that I'm gonna use type. Okay, type one of there is a primary type. It's fine. That I'm use container. Use container with. Use container with the. Now if st dot sidebar sidebar button, so you can keep it as like clear history. So clear history, and you need to send the message, right? So you can keep that too if you want. And if so, you can give the message, or else you can do one thing: st dot rerun. Okay. After clearing, also it's going to start rerun again. Okay. So after doing that, just none with that rerun. Okay. So if you want to get just like chart statistics, that also you can specify. You are not no need to specify in the same place, like in the sidebar itself. If you want, you can, or else you can give the information there also. Okay, just like means you can specify this statistics, all these things in the main page, or else you can provide in a sidebar. Okay, it's a wish. So I'm just st dot sidebar dot metric. Use my metric. So message and length of the message. So I'm going to give complete information about my metrics. Okay. Now I need to handle my messages. Okay, I need to handle my messages. So how if the user send, so that things I need to send back, right? So that things I need to show. I can use this. Okay, I'm just adding my rerun again. Three dot rerun here. So just these are the things I just implemented. Let me just a minute, give me a minute. Is there any error? Some error. So let me do one thing. File orange terminal, new terminal, show one problem, line number 45. Check that. Line number 79. Just let me check that. Okay. So this is about my complete chatbot code. Okay. Now just implemented the chatbot. So now we need to integrate same with the like image generation. So if whatever code we have, just we need to implement, right? So what I will do. So I have this till here the things is clear. Now just moving for the next one. Okay, I'm checking the same as mode. Okay. So yeah, I'm just specifying that. So what are the things I specified in the top? I need to check, right? So mode I specified that multi-modal and with the chart bot. Just let me check that once. So here select more chart bot and image generation. So it need to give this one, right? Because if it is mismatched, then it is not going to work. Okay. So that is the thing I'm just checking that. Okay. Now S3 dot sideboard dot header image generation mode. So we are in image generation mode. You can specify what are the title you want. Okay. Now just Google API underscore key. Okay. There's a thing. I'm just checking my API key. It's suggesting API key, right? So this is my API key. History dots sidebar dot markdown as enter your text or model information and just again specify that. Model organization. So on sidebar, it need to look like this. Okay. Info is going to explain about your model. Okay. So give that ask for prompt and next contents of sidebar of text area. Enter your prompt here or describe the emoji, image you want. Okay, you can ask like that. And in 100 words and all these things. Same in the previous section. How you are going to ask for that? It is going to show in that way. Now, so here st dot sidebar dot markdown generate image with sidebar not container. I'm going to use now sidebar explorer. Okay, expander. I'm going to expand this. Okay, just expander, expander. I'll specify follow these steps to generate image. Okay, and a markdown just it is going to give just it is going to suggest you guys. It will suggest you follow these steps for beta implementation like this. If you want to get good image, you need to follow in that way. It is going to suggest. Okay, now generate button. So if I say the generate button, it need to have that primary and container, right? So because it is going to deal with the this edge, right? So It's suggestion using a lot of code. Okay. If generated images. Okay. Generated images. Not in session. So I'm just taking one more variable to store my images. Okay. If we do want statistics, we can specify. I'm just skipping that part. If st dot sidebar, st dot sidebar. So clear all the things if you have any. Okay. Just I'm going to rerun it. Okay. Contents. So it need to show that something like generating image, like I'm just gonna add spin now, and the client, I'm going to give the API access to this model. After that, the client of model generate content. It will take the model. Okay, what are the model just you are trying? What are the model you want to specify? You can specify here. Okay, and the contents, what are the requirements or what you're providing in the content means like it is only you're sending, you want things like text, image, or you whatever the passing, it need to take that contents like a prompt. Okay, you're gonna only you're passing a prompt that you need to send, and just it is a function, just we are calling it type of function which is going to give the two things, one is text and another one is. So if candidates and length of the response candidates, so text font, image font, these are the checking things, right, guys? Okay. So it's going to check that everything is working or not. Okay. Text thing failed, it's going to give the intimate us, like it is going to intimate us that is there is a failure condition near here. Okay. So we're going to get to know in the which part of the code getting error. We are going to get to know which part of the code we are getting error, like model response. Okay. So after that, what you need to do, just let me check that. Yeah. So it's going to check, it need to give the contents. So, okay. There's a download button. If you want download, you can download. And if there is an error in the code, it's going to specify, it's going to give the warning. Okay. So error while generating your image. Okay. In the buffer, you need to specify. You need to specify before moving to the buffer. Let me check that is the thing is clear or not. So here, what I'll do here. So this, then I'm going to have we're going to set the model and configure and content, and it is going to response, and it is going to check the candidates. Okay, and it will check that none, so text found or not, false or not, it will check. After that, it is going to give the which part of the text. Okay, what is the part of the text and the model how it is responding. Okay, it is going to get the each and everything that there. So model is responding that it is going to differ. Okay? Next, before that, I need to add inline data. Okay. Okay. After that, for acetate, I need to add one more line. That image data equals to part dot inline. Okay. That is the thing. If you merge your pen, so it is going to give all these things. Okay, guys. So next we'll move to the main phase, means what is the title of your chart and all these things. We'll see, and we'll add some more points to that. We need to get best output, no? So we're going to consider all these things and we'll do it. Okay. Just I'll finish this. Getting errors. Okay, let me check that. Okay, make the things clear. Okay, have a 2 minutes break. We'll just see and we'll finish the code and we'll discuss what are the queries you have. Okay. Okay, I'll share the code. Don't worry. I'll share by today. I'll share the complete folder with you. Okay. You can check your with your references. Okay. Don't worry about that. Okay, guys, let's continue with the remaining things. So it's going to give the right. Am I audible, guys? So from here, we are going to create a main function. Okay, to run all these things, we are going to create some main. Main is going to work as like it's going to display everything. Okay? I'm just keeping here is my title. Okay, just haven't specified title. I just configured there, but haven't specified title. Just I'm using that here. Okay? Just doing here. Just moving somewhat fast. Okay. So user need to select mode. Okay. User need to select mode. The chatbot or things. Okay. OST dot header for chatbot. Okay. Just we are specifying header but chatbot header. Okay. So here if st dot session session state messages are going to be role and content is going to be visible, right? So that just we apply. I'm just going to specify that. Okay. Else, if not, info start conversation by typing messaging something. So without any conversation, if we ask the model to print something, it's not going to. Okay. Start just entering a message in the sidebar. Okay. It will help you, right? Dot markdown. Okay. So markdown, what will do? What can I help you like this? How can you can ask question that information? Just we can enter here. So this is for chart and this is for image generation. Okay. Header like generate image. Still dot header generate inference or generate image. Okay, I'll make it as generate image. Interface or image interface. Okay, let it be interface. The chatbot or interface. Okay, this is my interface. On this interface, what I'll do, so it will check the generated images, and if it is that session state, first it will check the session state. From that, it will go to image generated option. So from that, it will check the image generated. But what we'll do here, we are not going to pass this to direct session state. Okay, I'll pass in the down. So what I'll do for image, and I'll go with enumerate enumerate session state images, right? So it will cover up the image. Okay, it's not going to disturb any things. For example, if it is generated image, if that image may you get the some noisy, it is going to interrupt with the noisy. So if you enumerate that, your image is going to be, you will go to be in the safe format. So that is the thing we are going to enumerate. Okay, so with st container we need to mark down. Okay, st container we need to mark down. Let me remove this memory of this. Just showing this. Yeah. So when we are going to mark down, so it's going to give the in detail. Okay. So it will check and it will give us in detail. For that, I'll do one thing. Line. Straight up message. Okay, it will give you up to date, means it will go to your season state generated images and it will start what is the length of the image, means n number of images, how many number of images you have, it will check. Okay, it will check and it will collect the things. Okay, so like I'm specifying my column 1 and column 2 with the st dot columns. So these columns what will it will do means, these columns what it will do means, just a minute. So if there is any images and in the name of the image, and that means text and image, it is going to give the two things. One is text as well as image. Okay. So it's going to check and it will give the text and image. Okay, guys. So that is the thing why we are just passing this column and column. Okay. If there is no image data available, then it is going to print else there is no image data. Means you haven't specified, please specify in that format. It is going to say. Okay. This is a column 1. So it need to specify. We just did for column 1 and now it is we are doing for column 2. Okay. It's like it is going to give the two things as output. It was looking somewhat clumsy. I'll make some easier. What I'll do. No. St dot markdown. St dot markdown. It need to look like this. Okay. Prompt. So after that, st dot write prompt. Okay. It need to write prompt and it need to give the model response. It need to give the model response and it need to make it that things. Okay. So it's going to give the model response. So now what I'll do, I'm just trying to download the model. Okay, I'm just trying to, for that I'm use try. So try image equals to image dot open id. Okay, just it is opening. See, after generating image, it's going to look like somewhat things, right? So it is going to look like as a data. So that data need to be converted. So I'm using this to convert. Okay. So buffer byte and buffer png. So it is need to be in a png format. Okay. 60 means that it is going to give the first image. So while generator, when it is going to generate, means like model, when it is going to generate, it's going to give a lot of information. Okay, guys. So to that lot of information, we need whatever we need, just we are going to ask that only. So that is the thing. I'm just getting that only. So I will specify here. I will change the file name. I just change file name as generate images and I'll pause here. system, just you're going to get this, okay, PNG format. Then it will give in the right way. Okay. So it is going to in the JPG, and then you're going to give the user container width. Container width means that it is going to specify the image, what is the image size, all this. Okay. Now, if we get any error in this, so if the accept need to write, so error processing. So while doing that downloading, we are getting the error. We'll get to know by using this try and catch. Okay. So I'll just mark down it. Instead of mark down. Else, I need to give the info like what is the things of markdown. Okay. Example, it is need to give. Okay, that is the thing it will do if not if fail condition. So where if he's going to fail, if he's going to fail here. Yes. Okay. While generating image, if may fail, then it is going to give. Okay. S3 dot. Just I'm going to write complete. I'm just making all the things in sidebar itself. Okay, guys. I'll do S3 dot sidebar markdown, but I'll specify here like need to. Why I'm using this ashes? Do you have any idea about this? Anyone? So it will specify the size, guys. It will specify the size of the text. Okay, so that is the reason I'm using. So when I use the multiple hashes, then it is going to give that. Okay. So it need to describe about things. Okay, it need to describe. This is a model of AI system. Okay, I'm just gonna use this. Okay, I hope that is things is clear. I still dot sidebar dot markdown. So it need to do the current mode. Okay. Current mode. Okay. So this is the ending. So this is the code. Just it looks like very huge, but it is quite easy. Okay, just we are going to do three things. Just we have configured our things like what is the title you are expecting and what are the things. Just we updated that, and after that, just we imported the code from chatbot code. After that, just we imported the generic code. Okay. After that, just we imported the generic code, means like image generation code. So to run all these things like text boxes, all these things, just we wrote the main files. Okay, that is the thing. So we need to get the output, right? It need to print on the main page. So that is the thing. Just we wrote this main page. Okay. If you select chart part, it will execute this. If you select the image part, it will select this one. Okay. So that is the thing. It looks like weird, but it is quite simple and easy. Okay. Just let me run and I'll show that output. Okay. So I'll show that output because so you're not going to get any model issue because we already worked on these models, right? So that is the thing. And we'll just remove this. So somewhere we have 279, line number 279. It is a 279. That's it. I missed one thing. That's it. So I'll change the aspect command line. So we already installed all the libraries. So I'm just streamlet, streamlet, run. So what is the file name? Mm, Multi model. Because the model is going to do a number of things, no? That's why I just named as a multi-model. Or P1. Just let me run this. I hope that things is clear. I think guys, are you able to see the screen? Is it visible? Not just let me know. I'm gonna share this. So this is a page will just we have created, guys. Okay. So I think are you able to see the screen? Is it visible? Just this is a page just we have created. So it's going to look like this. So this is my sidebar. So everything just I made it here. Okay. So you can see a number of functionalities we can add like this, or else we can add here itself. And if it is there, you want to make sure all these things here, like this question box should be here in that format. Also, you can try and you can do it. Okay. Just here. So for example, this is my example that I need to create a multi-model. So in this my web page, you can use for chart can use for as chat bar. So if I just ask what is data science or what is Gen AI? Okay. What is Gen AI? So I'm just hitting on send message. Just check your status. Okay. So due to model, it's taking time, guys. Okay. The issue is that the issue with the model. Okay. So if you want, just change the model, or we can use that. Okay. This is a model I'm just using IBM Cloud 3.3 to be an instructor. Okay, this is a simple model, easy model. Just I'm using. So if you have access, you can use through the IBM, or else if you want to just use from Hugging Face, we can use. Okay, it's not the thing you're using from Hugging Face or you're using from IBM. It's not that thing. Just you need to use one of the IBM Granite model. Okay, it's taking much time. Just will move to the next one. Check until it is going to load. By change this to a chatbot is the is an okay taking time, guys. Okay, that is the thing. Just I'll go to image generation. So I'll make it as a prompt. Okay, this is my prompt. Okay, so I'll generate. So I will not create a generate. 3D image that is in the dynamic scene where plane has been crashing to medical college building. So this is a scenario, right? What happened right now in India. So I'm trying to generate that image, okay? Visual image. See how the model is going to generate. So it's going to explain complete about the things, right? So if I change some prompt here, if I ask to generate once again. So here you can see, you can count the number of images you are just generating. So it has been generated same things. I'll change some of my prompt. See, here it has been generated. So this is image 2. Okay, it's storing every information and just giving us like a chart, right? So you can download this image by clicking on this download, or else you want you can use this. And the person just generate the image. The person is walking on the sky. Okay, I just tried something. Okay, so you can give this like this, and you can generate. So this is a thing here. If you want, just you can clear that everything. Clear generated images. Just you can see it, right? About. So like this we can create, or else you can just keep this prompt here also. You can, okay, in a near image generation interface also. You can keep here and you can generate here itself if you want, or else you can use in slide bar. I think hope the things is clear, right? Is it clear, guys? So this is a way you need to add a number of functionalities to model to your project and make that project as need to look like as a real web page. Okay, try to do that. No, you should not. You need to try according to your project. You need to add. You should not have the same code. It should not look like the same. Okay, just that is a reference. You need to try in your own way. Try to design unique. So we are going to share the link of YouTube link. There you're going to have the all sessions, previous sessions, and today's session. Okay. You need to try and you need to give that code. So how should you, where you need to start? What are the functionalities of your healthcare industry? Okay. So if I show that there is no thing, right? So use any of the model. Just if you are working with the text model, think of that what is the purpose of the model? Means what is the input it is taking and what is the output it is just providing. For example, if the model is you want the patient who is using your website, if you are just created a healthcare, okay, just what it is going to do, if the patient want to know his health conditions, if the model need to take image and it need to analyze and it need to give the in text format, then such a type of models, what are the pre-trained models we have in GenAI, search and try to apply that model using some API keys and just import that model to your code. Okay. good. So you can try that. We need to try. We need to explore. It's okay. You can use any one of the model, and you can use Streamlit also. You can use what's next AI API keys.